Guys, oh my goodness, this thing is so cool. This may be the coolest attachment I have ever used. We're gonna make some nice pasture out of this. Hobby homesteaders, welcome back to Peak's Peak. My name's Lucas and we're sharing our hobbies here on 38 acres in eastern Kentucky, and today I am very excited. I don't think there is a video that goes by where I don't say I'm excited about it or I'm super excited about it, because, well, man, I really am just loving life out on the farm, and getting to do all of these hobbies and play with all of these cool toys is just amazing. And today I have a piece of equipment that I cannot wait to fire up and see what we can do to make this place look better. See, I've got a really big project. I've mentioned that we're working on the road up the hill, and I'm wanting to get back some pasture so I can raise cattle again. And down the road, we'd like to build a house up here. Well, our property was timbered about 12 years ago. And if you know anything about logging, you know that I have sections of this property that are just overgrown with briars and small trees. There are a few sections of that I want to clean up. One of those is going to be for pasture. And then down the road, there's a spot where I think we would like to put a house that I want to clear out. So what we have here is the Baumalight MP360. And I shared my plans with Baumalight, and I told them about our new tractor, and I said I would love to have the opportunity to try out your mulcher on these projects. They agreed to team up with this so that we could accomplish this project, and they sent me the Baumalight MP360, which is just a beast of a machine. And what I'm gonna do is, rather than stand here and tell you all the statistics and all the things that this will do, I'm gonna go try it out. And I'll do some voiceover over the footage and tell you guys all of the details about this while we run the machine. So if you're familiar with the channel, you know that we had 2 acres of pasture at the bottom of the hill where we used to raise a couple of cows a year. And we would feed the family with one and kind of pay for the feed and the processing with the other one. I want to get back to that, but my son moved into my pasture and put his home there. So we need more pasture. Now, we have this beautiful area up here, and my neighbors are over here, and their fence line runs right through here. And then I own this section of property that goes alongside of the left side of the trail as you come up the hill, and that is all of this wooded area right here, leading all the way until it drops down over the hill. So I've got this section over to that telephone pole, and all of these woods that I would like to open up and put fencing around all of that area up into this area. And then in this section that's heading down towards the pond, I would like to put me a small run-in barn or something like that for the cattle, and then maybe set me up a pump watering system and stuff like that to use water from the pond to take care of the cattle. That's ambitious. We've got a long ways to go, but we're gonna get started by using this mulcher to clear out all of these small trees. And I wanna leave anything that's bigger than about 6 or 8 inches. I wanna leave them. And it'll be okay to have some trees in the pasture. But if we get the rest of it cleared out, we can get some stuff growing there where they'll have something to eat. Now, what I would like to do as a test is see how many hours it takes me to clear off this section of land, maybe measure it out and kind of get an idea. Now, of course, you know, it looks a lot less dense because it's wintertime and all the briars are dying out and it's not nearly as thick, but in the summer, you can't walk through that. So I kind of actually want to do the work before this all gets grown back up. Now, when spring hits, we've got other areas that we're going to show you what this thing's made of in some green stuff. But for now, I want to see what it'll do on that. So that's the big project we're getting ready for. But first I want to learn how to use this thing. So that's what today is all about, is just figuring it out and seeing what we can do with it. So I'm going to take this back over to some of those brush piles and we'll do some tests. Now, if you're interested in getting your own Baumalight Mulcher or any of the other products they offer, visit Baumalight.com to check out their product line, as well as use their dealer locator to find a dealer near you. Now, Baumalight manufactures their own products right here in North America, and they use high-quality components, and they are made heavy-duty. This MP360 is about a 1,200-pound attachment, so you know you've got it on the back of the tractor. But it's made heavy enough that you know you're not going to tear it up by backing into trees.
Guys, it didn't take 2 seconds to amaze me with this thing.
I mean, seriously. Now, you know, we're talking just briars right here, but just like that. And look at those 2 3-inch trees that we just mulched right through. I mean, nothing to it. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it out into that stump right there. And we'll just kind of, you know, keep going and see how this does. Now, the MP360 brush mulcher comes standard with a chain guard to keep it from throwing branches and things up underneath your tractor and tearing up hydraulic lines and wiring, as well as all kinds of other well thought out features, including high-speed teeth, hardened tooth holders, integrated skid shoes, and integrated brush bar to control the feed. And one thing that impressed me is they also included 6 free teeth. In case you break a tooth, you've got some extras on hand, as well as a free belt that's attached to the mulcher. So if you have a breakdown while you're out there, you've got what you need to fix it and get back to work. I'm running this MP360 on a TYM 4820 tractor. That's a 48 horse tractor with 39 PTO horsepower. Baumalight recommends this model for a minimum of 30 PTO horsepower and a maximum of 45 PTO horsepower. Now, I had some buddies recommend that I go with the 48-inch model, but y'all know how I operate. Go big or go home. And while I have stalled it a couple of times trying to learn how to use the piece of equipment, I think we made the right choice. This is going to be a really nice piece of equipment for our TYM.
Guys, oh my goodness, this thing is so cool. I'm serious. This is just incredible what this thing will do. And like, I'm just scratching the surface here. Now, I did try it out on this enormous stump here, and that's not what this is designed for. I want to know what it'll do. And a company sends me a product to try it out. I'm gonna try it out. Share that with you guys. Now, you could get that stump out of there, no question. But there are other tools that are designed for that. So I'm not going to go after big old stumps like that. But what that tells me is when I have the 6-inch stumps, things like that, man, you're just going to be able to eat them up, make your ground smooth and good to go. Wow. Just wow. This makes me so excited for clearing off that whole section over there to make my pasture, because we're going to make some nice pasture out of this. So here's the deal. There are 2 trees in this mess up front here that I want to leave. This oak tree right here, which is about 6 or 8 inches. And then there is it's kind of bent, but maybe if we get this other junk off of it, it'll straighten out. I don't know if it's a maple. I'm bad at identifying trees when they have leaves on them, let alone without. So I'm not real sure. But I'm gonna try to leave those bigger ones and clear out all the rest of this. I'm not trying to just completely wipe this whole section out. I'm trying to clear out the undergrowth and make it look nice and pretty and clean and open where I can kind of see around. And 2, I'm just trying out my equipment. Big root there and pulled it up. right, guys, I think I have learned what I need to learn, and that is, man, this thing is just absolutely amazing. This may be the coolest attachment I have ever used. I've never seen anything like it. It is very, very, very beefy, very, very heavy duty. I'm able to just back into this mess of briars and stumps and logs and just let it eat. And there's a learning curve because I've killed the tractor probably 4 times so far, but it's controllable. You just gotta, learn how to use the implement. And so I'm getting there, I'm figuring those things out, but I can see what it will do and what it won't do now. And man, it surpasses my expectations, that's for sure. It's just incredible. And I am so thankful to Baumalight for letting me use this piece of equipment and put it to work. We're going to be able to change the way our property looks and the way that we use our property by doing this. So guys, we've got a lot more to come with this Baumalight MP360, but for today, we're going to call it a day because I actually have a dozer and an excavator down there working on my road, and they've got some things they need me to look at. So I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, guys, get outside and enjoy God's creation because it is beautiful out here. Y'all have a good day.